I about missed you guys. About forgot about you. Ann caught me on my way out the door to go for a little jog. So, just finished practice. If you're not dealing with coronavirus stuff, you're dealing with a hurricane. So it's always keeping you on your feet here in Eastern North Carolina. But started practice this morning. Lightning ran us off the field, so had to take a break. Came back this afternoon and was able to get practice in. And really good energy this afternoon. Had a pretty good mixture of run, play, action, pass period. Had some competition, ended with a really extended team period. Got a lot of reps in today. It's going to be great film to watch. Saw a lot of really positive plays, both sides of the football. Really good energy. Coaches out there having fun. I mean, it was a really enjoyable afternoon on the field. One of those when you come off and you just feel good about just the progress that you're making as far as the team as a whole.
Okay, we'll open up to questions.
Coach, this is Troy. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I got you.
I got a question for you. It's my understanding you're practicing right now. You're kind of breaking off into groups. Is that right?
Right, we are.
My question is, when do you think or when do you project a time when you'll be able to practice the team as one group and be able to run like a scrimmage, that type of deal, where you'll be able to have everybody on one field at the same time?
When the governor moves us to phase 3. That'll be when that can happen. So, right now we're just having to keep guys on separate fields, and try to keep everybody spaced out. During some of our team sessions, we're keeping guys all over the place to keep from getting crowded up, and try just to limit the number of players on one field at a time.
What happens if he doesn't go to phase 3 by August 29th?
Well, I don't know how you're going to play a football game without it. I don't know how that happens. Maybe unless there's some kind of exception for sporting events.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Coach, how are the running backs looking thus far?
Really good. There's a ton of competition. I liked our guys last year, but there weren't many of them. And you look now, and I feel very, very comfortable 5 deep in the running back room, and I think they're all quality players. Certainly the young ones, they're lacking in some experience, but they're sure not lacking in ability. The older players, they've looked like what they should look like, through the first 4 practices. But very pleased with that room.
Coach, can you talk about screening and testing, what you're doing to keep the situation under control?
Right. Well, everybody gets screened every morning when they get to the facility. They're not allowed in before they've done the questionnaire, temperature check, all that stuff. We had a group of individuals tested today. We're testing the entire team and the entire coaching staff and the entire support staff. So anybody that is here on a daily basis is getting tested on Thursday morning. We're going through and doing all those preventative measures to try to catch any kind of outbreak before it gets going. We have a low number of positive cases right now, as Mr. Gilbert referenced a couple days ago. So you hope that that's going to stay there.
Coach, how good do you feel after getting all these workouts in before the rain is rolled in? It's just beginning to roll in hard right now, and you managed to get another work in out today. You kind of feel good about where you are right now.
Well, I was glad to get today in, because tomorrow's a little bit of an unknown as far as, are we going to be able to get a practice in or not? I'm okay either way tomorrow, because we got 4 straight days, which, in a normal preseason camp, that wouldn't be, that significant. But, these kids haven't practiced since last November. So to get 4 straight days in is a little bit of a shock to their system. So, if we have to take an off day from practice tomorrow, that's fine. If we're able to get one in tomorrow afternoon, that's fine too. We'll take a day off here sometime in the next couple of days, just to give them a chance to get their feet back under them. So pleased with the work so far, though.
Coach, from your opening comments, was this one of those practices where you could just kind of think about football and not think about when you're going to play, if you're going to play, all that? Because it sounded like it was just one of those, like the old times.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I mean, you had some jawing back and forth between the offense and the defense, and you had some big plays by the offense, and then the defense had some big plays, and it was just it felt like I'm not going to say normal because we're all out there with our masks up, and the kids are spread out all over the place, but it felt like more of a normal situation, than it has so far. So it was a good afternoon. A lot of fun out there. It's always good when the kids will compete like that.
Coach, you had talked about Holton sort of being a mentor to some of the younger quarterbacks. Could you sort of update us on that development in his career?
Well, I mean, I think he embraces that, and certainly he has earned the respect of everybody in that room. Those kids, the young quarterbacks, they look up to him. We recruited the 3 freshmen talking about Holton, and so he is the unquestioned leader of that room. And there's, I mean, you watch those young guys, and there's no denying the talent that they have. But there's so much more to playing the position than talent, and those intangibles are the things that Holton possesses, and really is probably his strong suit. And so it's a deal where the freshmen are up for any advice he can give them, and I think he embraces and kind of cherishes kind of the role of being a guy that, hey, once I graduate, I want to make sure that there's somebody ready to go, where we don't have a drop off in the program.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
Coach, what about Nigel Knott from Alabama, from the physical standpoint too? When he left there, what's his kind of update, and how is he health-wise and impact-wise? Can you tell and see a difference of him out there, or an immediate impact type of guy?
Well, I mean, he had several positive days to start camp. Today, had tweaked his hamstring a little bit, and so wasn't able to go this afternoon. So we'll see how long that holds him out. Hopefully not very long, but he's a talented young man. But kind of the thing that bit him there was being able to stay on the field, and so that's it's going to be something here that he's going to have to get through that. Going to have to get over that. Because if you're not on the field, you're not much of an impact. So hopefully it'll be a day or so, and he'll be back.
What about Juan Powell, also kind of staying in the secondary? Is a guy that shifted around some last year in versatility. Do you see an ideal fit or position with him so far this preseason?
Well, we've talked about it that, he has the ability to play any of the 5 positions. Right now we've got him at the field safety. He had his best practice yesterday that I've seen out of him since he's been here. Made some really, impressive plays, and forced a couple of turnovers. So he's looking more and more comfortable at that position. But, we've got some pretty healthy competition there too with, Warren Saba is the experienced guy in the room. And then Robert Kennedy has been extremely impressive. So the good thing is, you have more guys with high ability than what we had last year. So, that competition is going to bring out the best in everybody.
Coach, how has the defense done with the alignment side of things? You guys put in so much stuff in the offseason as far as the defense. How are they doing with that?
Well, Shank and I were talking to the end of the team period, and he said, I've never seen so much stuff in my entire life, just with all the pressures and shifting in and out of the 3 down to 4 down and stuff like that. And so, and we do have a large package in. I don't know how much of it we can run well right now. The older players are handling it pretty good. The young guys are struggling. You got to be pretty simple with those young D linemen. The older D linemen handle it better. So, I'd say it's good and bad. Some big plays out there when we do it well, and there's some big busts out there when we don't. But it's day 4 of camp. I'm just glad that we're getting to get out there and practice.
Coach, the second half of last season, particularly those last 4 games, the passing game was really efficient. With the atypical spring and summer, talk about how's the timing been during the first few practices, and then also that room as a whole. You have leadership from guys like Snead, Johnson, and Prohl, and then other young guys like Hatfield and Omatosho who've really shown some things.
Right. The timing's been pretty good, especially considering the time off. But I think that's a credit to the fact that I know that Holton and those receivers did a lot of work when they were on quarantine together. So, we do have some talent in that room. Snead gives those safeties fits every day. It's, it's like trying to, catch a chicken out there. He's just so quick, and he can make them look like a fool in the open field. And then CJ, I mean, he's been very impressive. Had a good day today. Prohl's the steady guy. He makes big plays. And Audie's been really solid. So, those four guys, I think in particular, have really kind of stood out from a leadership standpoint and a performance standpoint. And their timing with Holton's been very good.
Coach, quick question again. How do you rank these guys coming back now that they're officially with you, strength and conditioning wise? They've been off on their own for a long time. Now that you've seen them, they've been around you long enough. Where are you with this team strength and conditioning currently?
I think right now would be a good time for Big John to ask for a raise, because I think you see his value right now. No matter how much a kid did on his own, it's not even close to when they've been with him for an extended period of time. We could not play a game today. We could not play 4 quarters. So, we are, developing depth, knowing that we're going to have to play a lot of guys early in the season, but we're working to play ourselves into shape. It was a pretty demanding practice today from a conditioning standpoint. And, I just talked to the guys about, you got to keep pushing, you got to keep playing yourself into shape, keep working in the weight room. But we're trying to make up for, 4 months of training that, is irreplaceable. And so it's just going to be a one day at a time kind of thing.
Thanks.